Hello, I hope you're doing great. In episode 166 of the Mind Over Finger podcast, I talked about mastery. It was the first of a series of 6 episodes we're going to have covering mastery. And in it, I talked about some of the qualities that are necessary as we embark on this journey. Let me cover them real quick here. So I hope you catch the episode. You can do this here on YouTube or anywhere you catch your favorite podcast, Spotify, or you can also go to mindoverfinger.com/podcast. It's there also for you there. So mastery, as I talked about it in episode 166, is a path that requires patience to let the process unfold, a love for the process itself, the understanding that there are no quick fixes. There are no shortcuts. Forget it. They don't exist. A willingness to embrace the plateaus. And as I explained in the episode, the plateaus are where the learning actually happens. So we want to really embrace them, learn to get comfortable being in them. Another thing is insatiable curiosity to explore solutions. And finally, this determination to push past the obstacles. And in the episode, I offered some questions that you could use to reflect on mastery and what it means for you. And I'm going to cover them here right now. And the reason why this is so important to sit down and do this reflection for yourself is that the insight that you're going to get when you reflect on mastery is going to be so much more powerful than anything I can say on the topic. So here are some questions that you could ask yourself to help with your reflection and sort of determine your relationship with mastery and your approach on this journey to mastery. So what does mastery mean to you? What does it mean? So ask yourself, what does mastery mean to me? What is my definition of mastery in a given field? So if for you it's a musical journey, what is your definition of mastery in that field on your instrument? And this is the most important question. What is mastery to you? If you just stuck with this one, that would yield enough insight. I'm going to keep going, but you could stop there. What are my short-term and long-term goals for achieving mastery? As I told you in the episode, the short goals are important. But the problem is that people are deterred too often by the results they get when they're pursuing these short-term goals. We want to see these short-term goals as stepping stones to the next level. And we prepare to the best of our ability. We go out of our comfort zone. We keep pushing, we keep striving. But those short-term goals are only part of the long-term plan. But we want to have clarity on those as well. So what are the short-term goals and what are the long-term goals for achieving mastery? How can I stay motivated and committed to the process of mastery over the long term? What is it going to take for you to be motivated? What is it going to take for you to be engaged and interested? Do you strive on rewards? What ignites your curiosity? So know this. How can you stay motivated and committed to the process? What are the biggest challenges I may face on the road to mastery, and how can I overcome them? A very important question. So when you plan ahead for the obstacles, your awareness of them is going to be greater. And when they happen, you have a strategy. So it's not a surprise. You're going to know what to do. So plan for these obstacles because they are going to show up. It is part of the process. You want them to show up because they push you to the next level. They teach you so much. So when they show up, these challenges, how are you going to overcome them? How can I remain humble and open to learning, even as I become more skilled and experienced? This one is important because one of the biggest mindset that I teach inside the deep practice model, inside my programs, Practicing for Peak Performance, and my big online coaching program, the Music Mastery Experience, beginner's mind is key. Having this curiosity of staying aware of the fundamentals and also of staying humble, of having this curiosity stay alive and ignited. So, how are you going to remain open to learning more, to seeing yourself as a beginner in that next journey? We're always a beginner in relationship to the next step, the next level. So having this approach is beautiful and so much more rewarding. And then finally, how can I use my knowledge and experience to help others on their own paths to mastery? And that could look like a lot of different things. Maybe you want to teach others. And one of my favorite saying is, when you teach, you learn. I have found that to be true for myself time and time again. So how can you use your knowledge and experience to help others? Do you want to teach other people? Do you want to share your music with others? So what is that going to look like? So these are some of the questions that you can use to reflect on what the road to mastery is going to look like for you. As I said, the very first question could be where you stop, and that alone would yield so much insight for you. If you just take the time to sit down for a few minutes, pour a cup of coffee, some tea, have some chocolate, treat yourself, and sit with this question. What does mystery mean to me? What does it look like to me? And include the other questions if you wish to do so. So I hope this is helpful. The road to mastery is an amazing, amazing one. And I hope that it is as fulfilling and interesting for you as possible. Have a great week.